The objectives of this session, this is a customer service module, and it's more towards cultivating servitude. So, you have to, okay. So, we're looking at designing an etiquette preparation techniques to interact with your customers, and that's what this entire module is all about, all the 10 parts that I have here. And I want to inspire commitment to increase understanding of the customer service industry, because there's much to know and there's much lacking, I've seen. So what's important is for you to learn to interpret with the current trends and develop the fundamental skills necessary to achieve the excellence, the efficiency, and ultimately the positive customer service experiences that will take you a long way. And more than anything else, once you have these basics within your realm, it's going to make a big difference in whatever that you're doing. The objective of this session, well, is to design etiquette preparation techniques to interact with your customers, which I think is very important. You need to plan. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Right. You need to inspire commitment, okay, within yourselves to increase your understanding of the customer service industry. Yeah, that's very important. Learn to interpret the current trends in the customer service, what we call industry. There's a lot to look at. There are CRM softwares. There are the objective of this session is to design an etiquette preparation technique in order for you to interact with your customers. Yeah. So I intend to inspire some commitment to increase this understanding of customer service industry. And also, I want you to learn on how to interpret the current trends that are happening currently in this industry. So you need to develop the fundamental skills necessary to achieve excellence, efficiency, and ultimately to create that positive customer service experience. Right, customer service defined. Well, in the words of Gandhi, this is what he defined customer service as. The customers, basically, they are not dependent on us. We are dependent on them. And a customer is the most important visitor on our premises. Take note of that. Yeah, they are not an interruption in our work in any case. They are the purpose of it. Never feel that someone walking into your premises is someone that's going to interrupt everything that you're doing. That person is probably bringing in a lot of opportunities to your establishment. Yeah, they are outsiders. They are not outsiders in our business. They are part of it. Yeah, they are a very big part of our business, and you need to grow that relationship in order to what you call capitalize on the strengths that comes from there. And we are not doing them a favor by serving them. In fact, they are doing us a favor by giving us an opportunity to do so. So remember that quote from Gandhi. I quote you another interesting quote. This is from Owen Feltham, 16th century author of Resolve, Divine, Moral, and Political, of what he says: promises may get you friends, but it is performance that keeps them. So, failing to provide excellent customer service is detrimental because the customers will simply choose to go to another hotel, a restaurant, another shop, or anything to meet his requirements, because this is something which happens quite often. I've seen people coming into the establishment and just walking out without saying a thing. Now, these are the customers that you should retain, because this is like an iceberg effect. Yeah? An iceberg effect is basically when you get like maybe a certain percentage of the population that says nothing and just walks away, and it could be a very, very large population that that you are actually losing out in terms of customer service. So you need to find out what actually went wrong. Yeah. Now, what are the examples of customer service that cost nothing? You see, you don't have to spend so much of money to improve your customer service. Well, in terms of getting the right personnel is important, yeah? But let's say we're looking at the very basics of customer service. Take down notes if you must. It's a very efficient way to show people that you are interested, that you are taking note and you're giving them your undivided attention, yeah? And this, more than anything else I've seen, has worked a lot for me in my experience when I worked in hotels, or even when I was in the academics. And I do take down notes all the time. So I always have a pen and paper or a notebook with me at any point in time to at least take down the pertinent points, because we never know. There are things that we will miss out, and by putting them on paper, it actually enables us to remember better. Yeah. So the other thing that I would say is offering sound information about the city bus routes, tours, places of interest, local cultures, local food, shopping, etc., etc. There is just so much of information that you can give to a customer. Yeah, because imagine yourself placed in a retail operation. Maybe you are in a swank shopping area, and you have customers coming in all the time, and most of them are new, or probably they are tourists. So, you may go the extra mile by, answering their questions, like they were saying, where's the nearest place where I can get batik, or where's the nearest place where I can get some good local Malaysian food. So be that guide, be that ambassador, and be knowledgeable to know exactly where you can point the direction. Yeah. So that's important, offering information, and it can be any kind of information. Yeah, it's not necessary specific to locations only. Yeah. So if you have the know-how, and be very sure one thing of what you are going to tell them, because more than anything else, you must have very good product knowledge, and product knowledge is not about your establishment only. Yeah, product knowledge is about your entire environment. Do a proper scan, they call it. Yeah, right now. As always, this is one thing that I find lacking in a lot of customer service establishment, is that try to always offer a less expensive solution. It's not necessary for you to always try to sell the most expensive thing on the shelf, the most expensive room, or the most expensive meal. All right? Don't try to judge the customer as well from that point of view, but offer them a cheaper solution, because that might be a platform for them to go to the next level of buying something which is slightly higher value. But that, then again, depends on your upselling skills. So if you have a good range of upselling skills within you, and your product is desirable, of course, then you can achieve what you wanted to achieve in the beginning. Yeah. Now, another most important factor of any part of customer service is on-time delivery every time. Yeah, it's not one-time delivery or two-time delivery, or sometimes we deliver, sometimes we don't. Right. So if you say you're going to deliver something within a certain period of time, please do that. Yeah, don't try to discount on anything or just give excuses, because if there is a way, you'll find a way. Otherwise, you'll just find excuses. Yeah. So it's important that you always have delivery on time. Yeah, I would like to stress that, because from the industries that I come from, delivery on time is very important. Yeah, imagine us delivering a limousine late to a customer. It's not a very good idea, because they have flights to take and places to go and people to meet. You cannot delay that. Now, instructions on operating equipment. Now, that's another important thing. Yeah. For instance, a simple thing like someone may come to your establishment and say, "How do I connect to the Wi-Fi?" And don't laugh at them and say you don't know. It's not a good idea. It's best that you instruct them like from the very beginning, because most people are not computer savvy or IT savvy in many ways, especially the older generation. So be patient with them. Yeah. And even such things as operating equipments, I'm talking about your laptop itself and setting it up, or even if you can assist someone to do something simple on the laptop, that would mean a lot to them. Yeah, really mean a lot. So the other part is about escorting to a location. Yeah, I find this very important, because many a times I go to shopping malls and all that. It's easy to find your way because there are directions and all that given to you over there, right? But some places are very vague. You go to that direction and you will never find what you're looking for, especially the restrooms. They seem to, somehow or other get lost in translation somewhere. So once or twice I've approached people that I think that may be able to help me, and it was a wonderful experience, because I just had to ask that person, and I know that they're connected to that particular establishment because of the uniform they wore and everything. And I said, can you direct me to the restroom, or can you direct me to the lifts? They actually take me to the location and show me, "Sir, the lift is right over here." They take time off, and that means a lot to me. That means a lot. I'm sure it's for a lot of customers as well. I have seen, even in my hotels, we have done a lot of this escorting to the location, because when a guest checks into a room, we don't just give them the key. "Sir, here's your key, that's your room." We don't do that, all right? We have to escort. We have steps in place to ensure that the guest is sent to the room to the doorstep. And we're not talking about a bellman. A bellman only sends the luggage, right? We have a very experienced guest relations person to escort the guests and explain things about the hotel, make sure they're completely comfortable, and then you leave the room. So same with every industry, you can do that. Escort the customer to the place. So sometimes what is lacking, I see here, sometimes we go to all these big time supermarkets and all that, and we request for something, and we just ask the people over there, can I know where I can find gardening equipment? And the guy just looks at you and says that, I don't work here, but they're wearing a uniform, so it's quite daunting sometimes for us. Like, so what are you wearing the uniform for? Are you a fan of Giant Supermarket or what? So, right, so then we go on to what you call the steps on how you can actually have the perfect customer service interaction. Yeah. Now, in cultivating servitude, the most basic thing that you must have is courtesy, right? Courtesy is a way of life. You should make it a way of life. Yeah. Everybody has to be courteous to one another. I believe that the world will be a better place to live in. Yeah. But in simple terms, I would look at courtesy in action would be to establish eye contact. Eye contact is very important. Yeah, without eye contact, you're not actually all there, and you're showing the person that you're not that interested. So eye contact is extremely important. So when we talk about eye contact, it doesn't mean you have to stare at that person like this. Yeah, you just have a real, pleasant-looking face. You can practice in the mirror, right? You can do this in hotels. We do that. My previous staff, we all had mirrors in the back, and we used to train them that way, how to look at themselves. And we used to tell them, if you want to sound really good on the phone, smile to yourselves and speak on the phone. And you'll see there's a difference in your voice. You come up with a wonderful voice. So it's the same thing when you want to deal with people and all that. Practice, practice, practice. Nothing is inborn in you. You have to practice. Yeah. So eye contact is the same thing. So when you establish eye contact, we have this rule in the hotel. We call it the 10-foot rule. It's quite a common rule. If I'm not mistaken, it was established by Sam Walton of Walmart, whereby any customers within a 10-feet distance around you, within a 180-degree range, you can't see at the back. So within that 10 feet, you need to offer your eye contact to that person. Then you need to smile at that person, offer an appropriate greeting, introduce yourself, and try to use the customer's name at least 3 times after you found out what the name is. Yeah. Reason why? Because psychologically, it has been said that if you use a person's name more than 3 times, the person will remember you. Right? That makes that experience memorable, and that is a very good positioning marketing tool for your brand. Yeah. So at the end of the day, it comes back again to your branding as well, as you can see. All right. So remember this: eye contact, smile, offer an appropriate standard greeting like "Good afternoon, how may I assist you?" Or introduce yourself. "Hi, my name is Gucharan. What can I do for you?" And use the customer's 3 times. "Hi, my name is Gucharan. Mr. Lim, how can I assist you?" If you know the person's name. Right? Use the names repeatedly all the time. So they will remember you that, hey, I speak to Gucharan the other day. He remembered my name. Why? Because you remembered my name. And I know this for a fact also because when people use my name, when I go to certain counters here and there, and they keep using my name repeatedly, I tend to remember them. So I think this actually works. Yeah. Then, of course, offer your assistance as much as you can. On the how may I assist you part is important. Yeah. So always offer assistance whenever you can. So another important part of customer service is about empathy. So genuine empathy when handling customer complaint, followed by staying connected with the customer during their stay or during their time with you in your establishment, show that you really care. And most of all, be very honest about your approach. Because someone with a fake empathy can easily be detected. Yeah, people know when you're faking it. So it's something which you need to develop over time. It comes with experience, and of course, you must be down to earth and understand. Always put yourself in another person's shoe, then you will understand exactly what they are going through. Yeah, not fully, but at least the empathy, the empathetical part in you will show. Yeah. All right. So that's the end of module 1.